Hello again, welcome back to Let's Play Submachine 6. In the previous video, we just kind of explored this abandoned area that we'd been left in by some kind of subnet security system. And we're finding that we are not the only one who has done this exact route. Now we found ourselves in some ancient Egyptian place, which we'll explore. You'll notice the game is chugging along a little bit slower than before. This is not a problem with my computer, I swear. No matter what computer you play this on, this will happen. It's just an artifact of the system used to build the game. Skutnik used Flash Player to make these games, and so whenever the game gets a little bit too big for Flash Player to handle, the game will slow down. Regardless of how fast your computer is, it sort of emulates Flash Player no matter what you do. So in this game and going forward, there will be spots where the game will sputter along a little bit slower than usual, so my apologies for that. Anyway, we see there's an entrance here, but before we do, there's this wheel of some kind. It's got a couple hieroglyphs on it and the symbol of an hourglass. And if we turn it, well, nothing obvious happens. We can turn it back. It seems to have two settings, this way or upside down. And in here is just some room with a pedestal. But if you really had some eagle eyes here, when I turn this wheel, you notice some cracks on the wall appear. When I turn it again, the cracks disappear. So something's happening with this room. So if I turn this to the upside down position and enter, now we have a completely just destroyed room. So what's happened here? Well, my guess is that when we turn this wheel, we're changing between two time periods. So this I'd call the present. And then when we turn it again, it's like we've gone 10,000 years or so into the future, but only in this room. So anything inside this room ages 10,000 years, whereas out here is just fine. There's no obvious use for that yet, so let's just remember this room exists and come back once we know what to do. Alright, we gotta go all the way back here. This time we'll go in this pipe. Let's go this way. And 3 pipes with nothing to do. Looks like there's some kind of hole in the wall here, but it's too skinny for us to get inside. And some kind of marks on this wall. Scrape marks. Alright, let's head in here. And we have 2 wheels this time. And a light in the center. And if I press on this wheel, it rotates 90 degrees, whereas this one rotates 180 degrees. And again. And if I click on this wheel, it rotates 90 degrees, and this one rotates 180 degrees. Huh. Interesting. Well, I've put it back to the regular position. And let's head up here. And this time, a ladder has appeared, which is for this position. For some reason, it doesn't appear until you've come to this room and noticed this light in this position. So if I come to this room first and don't touch anything and go up here, I believe this ladder is in position. Either way, now we can actually go up this middle pipe. And it's blocked by something. We can't continue up. There's something in the way. So we'll head down. Maybe we can get into these other pipes, but we'll have to turn the wheels somewhat to get to that position. And the easiest way to do this is just click each wheel once. That sets it to the left side, and this light is on. And the ladder is now over here. We head up, and we see there's actually some bars here, and a button, which... Ow. That sound is just annoying. Retracts the bars. And maybe we can do something on the other side as well. So this time I'll click twice on this wheel, twice on this wheel. There you go. Every time you click each wheel once, the whole thing rotates essentially 90 degrees. So we'll head up this side and do the same thing. And now this is where I'd go up the center. But this game, in lieu of having collectible secrets like the previous 2 and the rest of the series, has secret rooms instead. And they're all very difficult to find. You probably did not even know they existed until the very end of the game when it told you missed them, because they are that elusive. So this one, you'll notice we had 2 lights up works, 2 lights on the left, and 2 lights on the right. What happens if we have them down? So I gotta do this. 1, 2, 1, 2. That didn't work. So it should be 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's how it should work. I guess I clicked on them too fast and didn't know what to do. So when we have 2 lights down, nothing happens up here. But something happens if we head back this way, into this pipe. So if you remember, this pipe actually curved upward and to the left. There's nothing over here. But we've turned this upside down and found a secret area, as it says down here. And there's a note here. So the secrets in this game are mostly additional lore. I was sent here by Murtaugh. Of course, who else? My objective was to disable the defense system so the invasion could reach the core of the subnet. I know that I wasn't the first one sent out here. I know there were at least 5 people before me. And as hard as it might be to hear, you have to hear this. Just as I wasn't the first here, you probably won't be the last. Well, that tells us a little more about what's going on. I guess you have to find the secret to know more of the plot here. But Murtaugh's been sending multiple people out here. He didn't tell us the express purpose of the mission, but he did tell this person to disable the defense system so the invasion could reach the core of the subnet. So far, we've been wandering around this subnet under this delusion that there's really nothing going on. It's just this wide, empty space with teleporters for no reason. And Murtaugh and this crew have just been exploring it for fun, I guess, just to be explorers. But turns out Murtaugh has a purpose. He's been looking for the edge, and now that he's found it, he is trying to get people to disable some kind of defense system so we can breach it. And invade a core. So not breach it from the inside so we can leave the subnet, but breach it from the outside to get in. So it's a bit confusing. Like, aren't we already inside the subnet? It's something that I myself don't 100% understand, because this game series is deliberately a little bit coy with those kind of secrets. It sort of messes with your head in that way, like just like with the loop from the 3rd game. The reality kind of bends around in a weird way. So we've escaped the underground section now. We seem to be underneath all those cubes that we saw at the beginning. So let's head this way, see if we can get back to something. There's another pipe here, but it's blocked off. We have some wires leading out of it to this panel. We can't interact with it, but there are some symbols on it, and let's memorize those. There's like a ring of dots. There's another ring of lines, and then there's a dot in the center. Maybe that will come into play a little bit later. And there's nothing over here. That's the edge. That's where we came from. We've got some kind of button that doesn't work yet. And then we go further, and there's another edge, another pipe. This one is also blocked off, and we will never get down this pipe. Not because there is nothing to open these bars, though there is nothing. It's that very shortly I'm about to make this area impossible to get back to. So we can put the key card in that slot. And once we do this, the elevator's called, and now we can't ever get back to that spot. So let's get in the elevator and check it out. Let's try this button. Alright, I see a door marked 5. Can't get it open. And some electricity over here, which we can't cross. So that about covers that section. Let's head back here and go to the top floor. Some kind of computer. And over here, another door marked 8, which you can't get in. And some kind of hole in the wall. This looks very important. Let's remember this. And let's check out the computer. So it says security level, and there's some dots we can mess with. Some numbers up here, not sure what they mean. And then this number here, 3. And let's click on a dot here. And when I do that, it seems to move this up between the up and down position. And this number changes. Now it says 2. And if I click this now, it says 1 and 0. So I think I've set the security level down from 3 all the way to 0. Okay, so if I do that, does the door open? No. Well, maybe something happens here. Oh, the electricity's off, so we can get through. And now there's a pedestal with a box on it. Steel cube, there's something inside. And a personal ID number. Once again, we don't actually have a personal ID number. We've never been given one, and there is no actual personal ID number anywhere in the game that we can use to pass the security at the beginning of the game, or to open this cube. But apparently it's supposed to be if you enter a personal ID number and it matches some correct number, you get access to this cube. But we won't get access to it that way. We'll have to find some other way. And I'll leave us there as we figure out what to do with this. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks. Bye.